right, left. Can you picture that? Then, everything we want in tracking, we want in a rhythm. Like the sleigh bells on a horse, I didn't know this. If this is not true, don't tell me, because I always use this examples. So horses that have the bells the animal wants to be in rhythm. So if there's an animal off rhythm, the bell is different, and they want to get back in rhythm with each other. Wow. It's like, wow, that's cool. I didn't know that's why they use them. And I asked a horse lady, she goes, yeah, that's true. Once I get that, I call this a rhythm of 3 then. So once I'm about 17 months old, my dog's right, left, right, left, right, left. They have to be good eaters.
17 months?
Yeah. It's a long, I put food in every step for a long time, because what do I not want? Speed. Speed kills. Why? Let's say this is the corner right here where this carpet is. If I have a fast tracker, by the time he's like, wait, where is it? Then I have a big problem. If I have a nice methodical tracker, right, left, right, left. You know what I mean? The mistakes are small. Kind of like that movie, The Patriot, aim small, miss small.
So 17 months, nothing but a straight line?
No, I'll do corners and stuff. Right. Serpentines. Then I start, I mean, it's not like rigid 17 months, but I do 17 months. So, but say your dog is still getting lost. If they get lost, let me back up. If you have food here in the footstep, the dog is smelling 100% food and 100% broken grass. It's not either or. So then I go to a rhythm of 3. I put food, I skip 2 steps, and I put it in the 3rd step. I skip 2 steps, and I put it in the 3rd step. So one time right, one time left. I skip 2, put it in the 3rd step. So every 3rd step, there's food. Then that's for about 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. Then I go a rhythm of 5, then 7, then 9, a rhythm of 11, and a rhythm of 13. And now I start pyramiding. Now I got to.
Here's a stupid question.
Here's no stupid question.
Your scent pad is what? Just your feet on the grass?
Yeah, like this. So, like, let's say this is a non-disturbed area. I lay my scent pad, and I put a flag there. So the dog goes right to the scent pad, and their nose goes down.
Okay.
That's how you start laying a track. Then I put food. Now my puppy track might only be like a scent pad if it's 8 weeks old. Then maybe when it's 12 weeks old, it goes from a scent pad 5 steps to a scent pad. Okay. Then once I do that, I go a pyramid, and let me show you what a pyramid looks like. So now after 11 to 13 steps on a rhythm, now I go to a pyramid. So I put in step 1, I skip 2, then step 3, then step 5, 7, 9, 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. We call this I call it pyramiding. I got this from my water polo coach. When I was swimming, I would, on our first lap, we'd breathe every other stroke. The lap back, every 4 strokes. The lap back, every 6 strokes. The lap back, every 8 strokes. Then 6, then 4, then 2. So, I mean, you can't get air fast enough on when you're doing 8 strokes, when you're getting tired and going fast. So, here's how this would look. I put food, step 1 food, 1, 2, 3 food, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 food, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 food. So I'm pyramiding. I'm going to stress, I'm taking off stress. Can you guys see how that works? Stress, taking off stress, stress, taking off. That's called a pyramid.
But when you pyramid before that, you only go up to 13 steps and then you
yeah, and you can pyramid at 7. If you think that's too much, like, wow, my dog's really getting lost on these, then you can pyramid at 7. 1, 3, 5, 7, 5, 3, 1. Or you can pyramid 5. 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. Depending on how your dog tracks. So it's not like you have to stay on the pyramid to 13. You can mix that up. Now let's say I have a good tracking dog. This orange chalk is important, especially when I start picking up food. The last thing that I want to do on my track, say my dog's tracking and it's lost, I'm like, where's my corner? Where's my corner? You know what I mean? I don't ever want to interrupt my track. So, I'm laying a track. This flag has nothing to do with scent pad now, so I'm laying a track. I put a flag. About 10 steps later, I put a piece of a line of orange chalk. I lay my corner, and I lay my next chalk.
So you have an idea where your corner is.
I don't have an idea. I know exactly where it is. So I don't even start looking for this piece of chalk till when I see the flag in the middle of a track, say a 200 pace track. So my dog's tracking. I say, "It's chalk's coming." There's the chalk. Because sometimes in the orange chalk in the green grass, depending on the light, it's hard to see. But now, can you guys come over here? You can look at what I'm talking about right here. This tail on that orange chalk is important. So now look, I'm seeing this chalk. Can you see how you can only see that one part of the tail over there?
Yeah.
So, I know my corner's right here. I know exactly where my corner is. But look at the design of this piece, this orange chalk here. Yeah, I see that. You can come over here and look at that. I didn't used to do this tail part here. You see how that looks?
Yeah.
I didn't used to do that, and I could never, sometimes I couldn't find this orange chalk line here.
Is that because of either or side? Is that why you have
It's only here.
Yeah.
Yep. I know my footprint was right here. I know exactly where my track is. Because later on, I correct my dog for getting off the track, missing a corner. I mean, not hard, just no. So it's discipline. This is the discipline of tracking. This is 100 points, you guys. What is the key? I want my dog to have 50% journey, enjoy the journey, and 50% wanting to get to the end. What if I have 75% of my dog wants to get to the end and it enjoys the journey 25%? It's going to go fast, right? I mean, it's just blowing through the track wanting to get to the end.
Equal value.
Yes. If I have 75% the journey, 25% of the end, I'm like, are you going to finish a 1200 pace track? You have desire. Your dog has to want to get to the end of the track. So when I lay my last article down, let's say I'm laying like 5 articles. My last article down, I do this. I dig this in where this is not visible. Right when my dog gets up to this, I say plots. I pick up the article and I open up this cat food and I dump it down. So he loves this, like crack cocaine for him. I mean, he loves this
What
stuff.
dog don't like cat food?
I know.
Right?
It's all
Like
protein.
he'll go into the trash to get the cat food.
That's like almond
Here's how I
milk.
teach my articles, you guys. A lot of people teach their articles off the track, you know, like in the kitchen or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. 95% of the people do that, and it's a great method. I don't do that. But if you decide to go the shaping of the articles, like you throw the article in the kitchen and your dog just goes and lays down, that's fine too. I do this.
So you made that article a high reward there at the end.
Yes, this is high reward.
So it's value.
But my first time my dog has seen an article, it's now probably 21 months old. It's not even seen an article. But it knows the word plots very, very well by 21 months old. It knows what plots means. So I'm tracking, I put 3 pieces of food right here before the article. So right when my dog gets to the article and it starts eating that first piece, I say plots. It doesn't even know why it plots. Right, but it's plots and it's laying down nicely because you want the article to be between the paws and it's eating the food. I come pet them and give them food. After about 2 weeks, I take off 1 piece of food. Now I have 2 pieces of food, 1 here and here. And right when they get to the article, I say, plots. About 2 weeks later, I put 1 piece of food. They get to the article plots, they get their 1 piece, and pretty soon they're starting to lay down on their own. And they're like, hey, I lay down on this, he comes up and pays me. You want them to find this.
It's because it's foreign. He knows it's foreign.
Well, and I mean, the whole purpose of tracking is find your track and find your articles. That's the whole
And
thing.
it's going to have your scent all over
Yes.
it from you putting
Oh yeah,
it down.
your dog will smell that article real well because it has your scent on it.
How do you reward? Do you go by the side or over them? Yes.
Yep, so it stays straight. The other thing is I don't,
What about not coming all the way into the article? Because sometimes on plots, when they know they're in the area.
no, that's where the 3 pieces of food in the beginning.
So you make the transition.
They will come right up to that article rather than downing early. That's why I don't shape it. Auto-shape the article because I don't want them down there. I want that article placement perfect.
I should have never shaped.
The next thing is, well, I'm not against that. Most of the great trainers do.
No, but I mean, it makes sense now because that's one of the issues I have.
Yeah, so
And then I got to play it off. I got to walk up and be like,
and your dog's back there.
it found it.
So when you go to high competitions, a lot of us, if you haven't tracked a lot of us use the same bag with the same stinky articles. Your dog can smell that from here to the fence. When you go to a trial, a big trial, I've seen it. The track layer is supposed to have these articles on them almost half an hour before they lay the track. It's supposed to be on their body. That rarely happens at a championship. I've seen this, where they open up the bag, the track layer grabs 3 articles and like, you're killing me, boss. That was supposed to be on you a half an hour. So what we do is we either wash our articles or I use brand new articles a lot, and I get them right out of the bag and one touch in my pocket, so they're now barely getting any human scent rather than the same stinky articles that you've been putting food on the whole time. You want new articles or wash them so it's clean. And if you're laying your own track and you want them to make sure they're downing on somebody else, have a friend or somebody put their hand in the bag and they grab it. I've never noticed if I lay my track, but Polly handled my articles, and I get a pair of tweezers, and I put this article on that track with Polly scent on this article, that they don't lay down. I've not seen the transition, that it's not the track layer that handle the articles, because I lay almost all my own tracks.
So these are regulation articles.
This is this.
So I was going to give these to Joel because we're having a trial tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he's laying tracks.
This is a Ziploc bag. Take it from
So there's 2 of them, right?
Yeah, I will handle those. 2 tracks? Yeah, just put them over there.
Yeah. So lots of times when you go to a club
underwear. There's a
trial,
little pocket in the
you can
underwear.
give the track layer the... It's really smart to give...
People are like, ugh. You know, I'm
Wow.
Whatever it takes, Joe. I just
Well,
You
give
just
set
love
like
the
clear with
idea
club
that they're
fish,
going
right?
around and
I just
But
meant
for
that
club
to
level
say.
trials,
articles that
usually
we're
they're
rubbing
pretty
with
What do you guys
there.
think? You guys, does that make sense, this tracking portion?
Yes.
Okay, it would be a lot better if we had a field and I could show you what I'm talking about, but I just wanted to give you the theory on tracking. A track, I like to do when I do my BH, my dog's almost ready for a Schutzhund 3. It's got 6 blinds, it's got the back transport. So by the time I do the BH, the dog's like, wow, that's it? That was easy.
You saying train for the 3? Go for
Yes, and that's when I do my BH, is when I'm almost ready for the 3. If I can do an FH track, a 1200 pace track, your Schutzhund 1 track's simple. I think too many people train for the 1. Train for the FH. Train for the hardest track.
That makes way more sense.
And it makes it so much nicer when your dog gets to the end of a 300 pace track, they're like,
That's it?
that's it? So you're training harder than the 1. Yes.
Before you do your BH, your basic handling, they are ready for IPO3?
Yes. I'm not, but like I said yesterday, I don't have my club members do that because some club members, the goal's too far away. They're like, I need to see something for my work. So I don't talk people like into doing it how I do it.
Okay,
So some
okay,
people, they're ready for a BH. I say, yeah, let's do a BH. You know, because there's one lady in our club, the spouse was getting mad that she was at the club so much. And she said, can I just do a BH? I got to show him something that I'm doing. But no, my dogs are ready. So like, I don't get the BH. I think I got the BH on Slayer when he was 32 months old. 30 months old. I mean, I was working my butt off. But then,
But
like,
then he said he went and got 2 months later he got,
he got a
his
1, and 2 months later
he
2,
got
I
his-
think, and 2
right.
months later the 3.
Okay.
Which
So it was
makes
like,
more
boom,
sense
boom,
because
boom.
you just taught them for the 3 instead of just only teaching for the 1.
Right.
And then you have to go and re-say, no, we're not doing this anymore. Now we got to retrain and do this. Just go for the 3 right off the bat. So when you only have 1 blind out there, they're like, wow, this is
This is
easy.
quick.
Right.
Well, and the other thing is, I don't want my dog trial-wise. So a BH, I see a lot of young dogs.